Welcome in, everybody. This is our losers bracket round 2. We have the killer team, we have the teams Mercy versus Unholy here on the Freddy. We do see Merched from Mercy playing the Freddy as we chase down Wicca, the survivor of Unholy, as well as Spider-Man, Movement, and Shelly here today. It looks like we got our first chase coming out pretty quick, and a first tag onto Movement here. We are seeing a bit of a traditional Freddy build here today. We've got Pain Res, Corrupt Intervention, Eruption, and Sloppy. So we're really... Oh, and with that unfortunate bump into Shack doorway, we are going to see our first down coming in onto Movement. And it looks like we're going to opt to take the basement hook here. With Freddy's ability to teleport around the map, I would say that this is a pretty safe bet to go ahead and secure a little bit of pressure here. Taking the time to set up our landmines around the map. Hoping to catch some survivors still asleep in their rotations. Get a cheeky little tag with those exploding dream pallets. Not interested quite yet in sticking around Shack and seeing anybody coming out early for the rotate, as it was a pretty early down. Merch is gonna go ahead and try to see what else he can cook up out here. And with that, we are going to TP back to basement to kind of try to cut off this unhook and make it not so free. With that tag coming in, it looks like we are going to be getting out of basement, not unscathed, but we're going to keep the chase here so the rest of our team can work around the map freely. With Shack Pallet coming out here, we are opting to just stay here. Like I said, the survivors of Unholy are out there working, so this is the safest bet for Movement to just kind of stay out of their way and let them get their gins popped. Still interested in this chase. We are going to take it back to Shack. With the hindered coming in from that dream stare, we are not going to make the fastball on the Shack window, and that is going to be our second hook coming in onto Movement. And since we did go basement, I was going to say, since we did go basement last time, we do have Pain Res available to us, but it looks like we are not interested in that, and we just want to put this guy back down into basement. With the TP available, we are going to go ahead and travel the map at a quick rate back to main and maybe try to find the reset here. We do see a little bit of blood, so we are on Shelly's tracks. It looks like we do find Shelly here at a very unsafe tile, especially against a killer that can prevent you from getting the fast vaults. And with that, we are going to see the down onto Shelly. I'm going to go ahead and leave them on the ground for just a moment to apply Eruption. And it looks like we're going to continue to give them tummy time and go finish out what we started here. A quick tunnel out at 3 generators. See if Movement can get out of the basement this time, and with the body block of the window, we are cutting his BT timer down significantly. We are gonna need to have a little bit of team play here. With the dream snare coming out, though, we're gonna lose collision off of Spider-Man, and if this hook comes through, this could spell disaster for the survivors of Unholy. This is gonna be a Pain Res hook. And I can't imagine that there's too much pressure around the map with having Shelly still on the ground. Pain Res coming in. This is a pretty good spot if you're Mercy. You should be feeling a little bit more, or you should definitely be feeling confident in the result that you can come up with here. Shelly still having tummy time, just now getting picked up as we take this chase onto Wicca. You'll have to forgive me, I am not as familiar with Temple's map callouts, so we are just kind of like the generic callouts here. And I would like to touch base on the what's at risk here in this matchup. So this is the losers bracket. So whichever team wins here is still in our tournament, but the other team is we're gonna have to say goodbye to. So we have a lot on the line. If we want to continue playing and continue moving up the ranks in our losers bracket, we really gotta play. We gotta play like we want to win this. We gotta play like there is actually something on the line here. So with that, we are going to TP back to Shack, kind of try to cut off people working on gens, and looks like we are successful in doing so as we find Spider-Man. Not quite sure where the Freddy was. Dream Palette going to zone him away from Shack, and it looks like we're opting to go to the corner to be at the furthest point away from our teammates as possible. So maybe we can get this unhooked, but with that, we are going to see the unhook, yes, come in, but we are in a pretty tough spot. Since there is downs coming in quickly, hooks happening, we are just kind of not able to touch the gens. We really got to slow down. Shelly's going to have to go get Spider-Man off the ground, and hopefully Wicca can last just a little bit longer so that can even be a possibility. And with the swing through the pallet, that's just not going to quite connect. Wicca is doing their best to buy Shelly and Spider-Man as much time as possible to get something going here. Excuse me. And we're just kind of in this roulette, basically, the cycle of slug chase, and it's going to be next to impossible to get that last generator done and get this 4K2 possible. So it looks like we might see a 4K3 here on our first set of Freddy. The survivors of Unholy doing a really good job of not allowing Merch to just end it abruptly. But it is about that time that we got to make something happen here. Being very patient around this filler. Oh, and I guess with that, maybe we do just want to go next, potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna have to assume that that is what we're doing here. So we're gonna go ahead and collect our slugs, get them hooked up, and secure our 4K3. That basement hook coming in so early with the ability that Freddy has to just kind of TP around the map and really have a map presence made this pretty difficult for the survivors of Unholy to get some gens knocked down and get a respectable win con. So with that, we will be back shortly with the other side of the Freddy set. Don't go anywhere. That whole game, girl. Oh, shoot. It'll just take me a second. I'll be able to get it pretty quick. Oh, I feel. And then I need. Welcome back, everybody. I would like to take a second and apologize about the last match. I forgot that I got a new monitor since I casted last time, and I didn't set up my OBS correctly, so I do apologize to the teams that would like to review the VOD and for my oopsie there. But as I said before, I am Halle Bird. This is Losers Bracket Round 2. We do have the survivors of Mercy. We have Outer, Bandit, Noah, and Doc versing Wicca's Freddy. The last match we did see a 4K3 come in, so Wicca has a pretty tall task here of trying to secure a 4K4 or at least get the tie of 4K3. This is somebody goes home after this match. Whoever wins this is going on to face Radiant in our round 3 losers bracket. Whoever loses this is out of the Dead of Winter tournament altogether. So we are playing for our best here. With this being, I do believe this was Mercy's pick, so it does make sense that they were a little dominant in the first side of this matchup here. But let's see if Wicca can make something happen here. We do see Ruin getting cleansed during the beginning of my yapping pretty early in the game. And with that, you would only hope that Wicca was hoping to get this into a 3v1 situation pretty quick with the Ruin untouched. Or, you know, sometimes totems do their job just by keeping the survivors off gens and having to find them. We do take this, we are in a bit of a long chase here with Noah as our first chase with such a tall order of getting at least a win con, or sorry, a tie con of 4K3. We did catch somebody else scream, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but that nonetheless, nope, there was somebody else here. That is Noah going down in a firecracker save, attempting to happen. But unfortunately, it was not successful, so our first hook is coming in. We do have a decent amount of gen pressure, and we have a good idea of where at least one other survivor is. So we're going to be giving the Freddy a pretty quick second chase. And, sorry. There we go. So with that, we are going to get the unhook as Bandit and Doc do their best to make the most out of this time that they have away from the Freddy player as Wicca attempts to get a quick tunnel out onto Noah. I mean, honestly, you could also take the pain res onto Otter and then just go right back for Noah if you so choose. But it doesn't look like that's going to be... We're going to be looking to get a head-on play, but unsuccessful as Wicca was aware that, you know, Outer never left the area. Mercy just doing a really good job of keeping the Freddy in one location and not giving them the chance to interrupt the gen progress. And with that, Mercy does take the Freddy set. Gonna be going and getting a chase. Oh. Looks like we're just gonna be having a little bit of fun with it, knowing that we secured our win con for this set. Looks like Bandit's still in the area to try to get the pickup onto Outer. We're all here. The whole gang's here, y'all. And you love to see him kind of like having a little bit of fun, even though it is a tourney, it is taken seriously. But we did kind of, we're just kind of moving things right along, not wasting any time for something that, you know, doesn't change who wins anyway. So with that little spell of shenanigans, I thought we were gonna go back and go ahead and get the hooks going, but looks like we're just playing to like kind of in the game, maybe? We're just gonna create a little pile of slugs here, a little pile of tummy times. And with that, Noah is gonna go ahead, I guess, and take it back to Shack area as Bandit gets the pickups on everybody. It looks like Noah wants his 1v1 at the Shack. Which I mean, sure. These kind of shenanigans do make it a little harder for the casters in their, to make, you know, make it a little bit more entertaining for y'all to watch, but it looks like we're just kind of being goofballs. Nice pallet stun, and we are going to revolt back. Looks like Bandit is doing their best to chase around this log without the pallet, and we get the head on in the meantime. And if you're Wicca, you gotta be like, can we just end this, please? Come here. I don't know, guys. Just not sure. We got 3 of the 4 down. Let's see if we can get the 4th one. And we do have a Chucky set coming up next, so gotta lock in for that one. Hopefully we see some spicy slice and dices. Oh man, we're just still going here. That might be, we might have gotten them all down finally. So we're gonna take the time to hook everybody up, get our hook stages into our scores, and move on to the Chucky set. And while they're going through the process of this, I do believe I'm just gonna hit the intermission screen, and we will be right back, y'all.
Life is full of
All right, everybody. I hope you're ready
Mm.
for some nonsense with the Chucky being on Midwich here. We do see Wasek on the killer for Unholy's team, as we have Doc, Bandit, Outer, and Merched back on the Survivor. I'm a little interested to see how this will go. This will be my first Chucky set on Midwich. We are missing the slice and dice there. Kind of a difficult corner to get around, but we are going to go ahead and take our chase onto Bandit. See how... Oh, and it looks like we are getting RNG dipped as the 11 pallet did not spawn. Neither did the room 10. And so we have found ourselves in a little bit of an issue here. As we are going to ultimately take our first... I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong side of the map. That is the 5 side of the map, sorry. We are going to go ahead and take our chase into the McDonald's room. Doing a really good job without like scouting out and seeing that there was no pallets to save us. We do have the 5 God pallet, thankfully, as we go ahead and continue to chase Bandit down. We did see, it looks like we saw Ruin getting cleansed early, as Bandit does their best to work around this pallet, but ultimately going down to a slice and dice. Wasek gonna go ahead and try to make this pain res, and I do believe that they make it without ease, or without problems. You do hear somebody cranking down below them. Pain res is gonna come through. And we're gonna go see if we can cut anybody out with maybe our hidey home mode. We do have a quick chase potential. And it looks like somebody was there ready for the unhook, as we're gonna come back up into the library and sneak around to see if we can catch them resetting under the hook. But that does not seem to be the case, as we do see Outer here looking to make a quick connection with the slice and dice. We do have jump rope, and I guess we have I don't remember what this other add-on does. Really good on the Survivors of Mercy to get the unhook, so there is no Devour coming through. There will be no stack off of that first unhook to kind of get things rolling here for Wasek. With Chucky being a 110 killer, I feel like Midwich might be a little bit difficult for him to get around, but his stealth, or the base kit, or his kit of having the stealth may come to help Wasek out a little bit. The Survivor's doing a really good job of playing their distance and not allowing Wasek to get anything for free. We do get a cheeky little head on there, but it looks like we're not interested in chasing Outer at all. We just want to go ahead and go for Bandit. Quite a bit of distance made here. Taking the chase out into courtyard, back over to the 11 side of the map. With this God pallet coming down, it's going to make it almost impossible for Wasek to catch up, and he does recognize this and decides that he is no longer interested in chasing Bandit for now. With Chucky, you do kind of have to learn. You do kind of have to play for cutoffs a lot, because he is just a whittle. He's just a whittle guy, you know. It looks like that might be what we are trying to do, is, knowing that... Oh, it looks like we did successfully sneak up on Outer, looking the complete opposite direction. And, oh, and that would have been a beautiful slice and dice had it connected, but unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case.
Who the hell do you think
Working to try to do a little bit of a mind game, taking advantage of Chucky's size and his stealth. And it looks like Wasek is struggling to get these connections to come through. We did see Bandit get reset in the meantime. And with that, we are going to get the down onto Bandit, and hopefully another pain res in the area. Looks like we're choosing to not go for the pain res, as we do go upstairs for this hook. Do see here quite a bit of progress in knowing that there's not really a lot of places that you can go. Waysec opts to drop down and get a little surprise attack down onto Doc. With that, we are just going to kind of stay around this hook. I'm wondering, I might have missed the second totem pop. I'm wondering if Devour as well just got cleansed in the beginning. Devour being totem builds being a very risky choice for a map like Midwich. Any experienced team, either in pubs or in comp, they pretty much know where all the totem spawns are gonna be. So unfortunately, our choice to go with totems was not, we did not get our full value off of them as we go ahead and get it down onto outer. Probably hoping to get merch there to just get another fresh stage on the board. But with that, we are going to see our second stage come in on outer and see if Mercy is interested in risking it to get him out. With the door being there and already open, I mean, I don't see a world where they don't try to make something happen here. Leaving them in a very good spot going into this next set. Next set of Chucky. Four stages will feel a lot easier than 5. It proves that, you know, Chucky might struggle a little bit on Midwich. Trying to bait Chucky into going for the fresh hook on the gates. Waysec not interested and more interested in securing the death onto outer here. But with that, we are going to see the unhook, the 15-second BT timer. And the door just being so close, there's not a lot Waysec can do. And that was very, very well played for the survivors of Mercy. And with that, we will be back in just a moment. Everybody, with that win con being pretty difficult to achieve, we are resulting this in a forfeit on Unholy's part. So the win today is going to go to Mercy. So congratulations to Mercy. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to Unholy. And thank you all for coming out. That is the wrap up of our Entities Campfires matches this weekend. Stay tuned next weekend.